Thanks, Ceann Comhairle. Taoiseach, I want to ask you to make a very clear statement of criticism and condemnation of the US for its threats against the Solomon Islands. Solomon Islands has done a security deal with China, which could allow China to establish a military base in that country. Obviously, we are no friends of the authoritarian Chinese regime. We don't recommend such a course, but very clearly it's a choice of a sovereign government. The response of the US has been to say, to quote the ambassador, "Of course we have respect for the Solomon Islands and sovereignty, but we also wanted to let them know that if steps were taken to establish a de facto permanent military presence, then we would have significant concerns and we would very naturally respond to those concerns." When asked whether that could include military action, the ambassador refused to rule out military action. So you have the biggest imperialist global superpower on earth threatening a very small country, less than 1 million people, saying if they don't make decisions in line with their interests, well then they could face military action. Will we have condemnation?
Deputy Paul Murphy, Deputy Boy Barrett in the first instance. To me, the United States, and I would agree with Deputy Haughey in relation to this, I think Deputy Biden is correct when he identifies a growing number of authoritarian regimes who are out to undermine democracy. I don't believe America is out to undermine democracy. I don't see America as an imperial power in the sense that you do. And I think in the middle of a war where the Russian Federation has launched a very immoral and unjustifiable war on the Ukraine, the US is doing everything it possibly can to defend the people of Ukraine and to give measured and balanced leadership in respect of that. Oh, sorry, I didn't see. Can I take a few minutes? Or? Is that agreed? Yeah. And in terms of, the courts have taken their decision in relation to the two gentlemen that you referred to, Deputy Boyd Barrett, and in terms of the Solomon Islands, I mean, again, I think you've outlined, Deputy Murphy, your distaste for the Chinese authorities in getting a presence there, and again, it's a far cry from what's going on in the Ukraine. And from our perspective, I think that the world is becoming a more dangerous place because of the work of authoritarian regimes who do not subject themselves to elections on a regular basis.